This podcast may contain it's the other way around. This podcast may contain adult themes and strong language. Welcome to episode 76 of Marbella with him and her. He is
PJ Lopez and she is
Hannah Murray.
Hello, Hannah Murray.
I'm tired. I can't get my words out.
Pull yourself together, woman.
I know. I can't believe we're doing this on a Monday evening. We've had the busiest week. I know we always have a busy weekend, but literally early Saturday till late Saturday, early Sunday till late Sunday.
Yeah, both involved a little bit of drink as well, so we haven't had an opportunity to do anything with regards to the podcast.
We really haven't, so we're so sorry for being a bit late, but we figured if we have over 1,000 complaints, then we'll never do this again.
I agree.
Okay. On Sunday, last Sunday, a week ago Sunday, when we recorded the last podcast, that evening we went to the Puente Romano Hotel in Marbella to the World Vision Gala.
Because we're posh, aren't we?
We're posh, yes. We very kindly, I was invited through TRE, we know the manager of the Puente Romano and Marbella Club, John Thompson, who's a lovely man, known him for years, and yeah, he very kindly offered us some tickets. So the World Vision Gala, for a fantastic cause, really great charity, helping children mainly, but children and families around the world, particularly in parts of Africa that, are really suffering. You know, we saw some videos of really, really tough areas and families that don't have much at all, so all the money raised went to a really good cause. We contributed a bit to raising money because of the raffle ticket situation.
Yeah, you had an obsession.
Well, the day before the World Vision Gala, I had turned 45.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. And then when we got there, I said, Hannah Murray, Talk Radio Europe, and they said, oh yes, table 45. And I was like, oh, that's funny.
So you started to see an omen, didn't you?
Well, yeah. And then when we bought raffle tickets, and it was just random tickets, we were given numbers 46 and 47. And we were like, that's weird. So I said, do you happen to have number 45? And they did. And these tickets were €20 each for the raffle. So we ended up buying 3. So we had 45 as well. But we didn't win anything.
Yeah, 45 doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't. What a shame.
What's a load of rubbish.
Oh, don't. It was still cool to be on table 45. I have to say, the canapes were amazing.
Weren't they just?
Really, really special. Really different with beetroot and really nice pate. And yes, some really gorgeous flavours.
It was very, very nice indeed. And
Yes.
the dinner was lovely as well.
Dinner, absolutely. Often when you go to these big galas and events, because they're feeding a lot of people, the food isn't always amazing, but it really was, and it should have been, to be fair, because the ticket's worth €350 each.
Yes.
So you would expect good food, and it really was. Starter was a salmon tartare, which was gorgeous, one of my favourite things, and then steak, which was beautiful.
Very good quality steak as well, I must say.
Yeah, really
And we
good.
were sitting in the tennis courts. Well, we weren't. We were above it,
Yes.
looking down on everybody else.
Yeah, we had a lovely little table.
I keep telling everybody we saw N-Sync.
No, N-Trance.
Yes, they weren't so impressed when I actually remembered. They were when I said N-Sync.
Yeah, N-Trance, who did Set You Free, which was a great tune in the 90s.
And I think we decided that's the only tune we knew that they ever did.
Yes, I think so. Although there might have been another one. I was like, I didn't know they did this. But then they did lots of covers, so I'm not sure if they did do the one that we...
because they definitely didn't sing Pump Up the Jam or Show Me Love either. So.
But they did some great 90s tunes. So we had a dance and everything, which was fab. So yeah, that was a great night. Really enjoyed that. Puente Romano is a beautiful hotel, and they've got lots of different restaurants and different sections, so it's well worth checking out. And it's in Marbella.
Yeah, there's also the Nobu Hotel is part of it as well, isn't it? So that's a really sort of high quality, high luxury hotel and restaurant.
We had quite a healthy exercise-packed week. I didn't go to Pilates on Monday because I knew we were going to have a late night on Sunday with the gala. So Tuesday I did my body combat class as normal. You got up at 7:30 and did a 5-kilometre run.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. but I got up
You were
and ran.
awake, so you decided to go for a run, which is great, because you're saying you want to do that once a week, ideally, so that was good. Then during the day, I got a message from the Bootcamp Pilates people asking if I wanted to go to a free class that evening at 7:30 of a mixture of Pilates and HIIT. I thought it was HIIT, but it was HIIP, HIIP, High Intensity Interval Pilates.
Okay, which is just a play on the hit.
Yeah. And I thought, oh, yeah, I'd love to do that, because normally, years gone by, I'd be like, nah, it's the evening, I've already done my exercise for today. But I thought, no, knew us with our exercise goals, so I thought, well, maybe PJ will come.
You caught me at a weak moment.
And you were like, oh, fuck it, okay. So we went, and it was hardcore, wasn't it?
Ooh, I literally think I'm still aching in certain places. I keep thinking it's the football or something else, but no, I think it's from that.
Yeah.
I mean, had to do leg squatty things and
That we had our legs in stirrups at one point, and she was from Slovakia, I think, or Slovenia, and she said, open your legs as much as physically possible to do.
She wasn't German.
Oh, stop.
You need to cut that bit out.
No, we don't. So I think you felt like you were opening your legs quite wide.
They went extremely, almost
until me.
side splits they were.
They really were. They were barely shoulder width apart. But you're not used to doing that.
Not when you have to do it in a circular movement as well.
No.
It's like my joints don't move in that direction.
No. So you really felt it in your inner thighs.
Oh, I did.
Yes. Well done.
Thank
I was
you.
very impressed.
Thank you.
Thursday morning, we went to the gym together. We decided last week that we were going to do that instead of me doing the spinning class. So that was good.
Yeah, did a little bit of everything. Bit of
Went around
stomach
all the different
work and a bit of
machines.
back work and I did a bit of jogging as well. Or actually I didn't, to be fair. I did fast walking
You
because
did walking.
I don't think I could manage to jog after the Pilates.
No,
I still
we were-
ached a lot.
Yeah, we were still aching on that Thursday morning, definitely. I interviewed a couple of really interesting people last week. A fabulous woman called Jennifer Pastiloff, who has written a book called Proof of Life. Let go, let love, and stop looking for permission to live your life.
Where's she from? Pastelov.
America.
Oh, Pastelov. Sounds
Yeah.
like Russian.
Well, there might be some background, I'm not sure. But she was fascinating. She had a really tough start in life with her father dying when she was just 8 years old, and she sort of carried the guilt of his death throughout her life, and eventually just kind of turned her life around, changed her job, left her marriage, and I've interviewed a few of these women recently, and I just find it so inspiring.
Can I ask one question? Have all these women got divorced and left their husbands and gone on to do different things? Just out of interest.
Not always.
Have they?
For some of them, most of them.
Are you trying to say something?
No, but I'm happy, so that's different.
Okay.
It's women that are unhappy in their marriages and stay in them being unhappy instead of, making that change. And once they do, suddenly they have this new lease of life. And it's amazing, not just with relationships, with jobs as well, or toxic friendships, or issues with their family even, or, whatever. Just valuing yourself and kind of going, no, I'm worth something. My time is worth something. My love is worth something. And it's brilliant. It's lovely when you speak to these women, because you can just see and hear how happy they are having brought themselves through the crap, basically.
Do you know something? I value you.
Oh, thanks.
At about €2.50.
Oh, why do you have to ruin it? That's so €2.50.
No, I joke. I value.
Olive oil is more expensive than me.
I value you highly.
Thank you, that's better. Put a price on it. You can't put a price on this.
Happiness.
Yeah. I also did an interview with a guy called James Court. He's been on TRE before. Now, this book would have seemed like it was more suitable for Giles. It was all about Jimi Hendrix, called Castles Made of Sand. But actually, it was really, really interesting. Jimi Hendrix, of course, was part of that horrible 27 club, dying at a very young age. He only had a 4-year career. We think of him as this incredible
Was it only
guitar.
4 years?
Yeah, had a
Wow.
long career, but it was literally just 4 years. And James told a couple of really interesting stories, one of which Eric Clapton had invited Jimi Hendrix to come and play at a gig that he was doing, and he invited Jimi Hendrix on stage, And then when he was watching Jimmy play, he just thought, this guy's amazing. I just want to take a step back and watch. So he left the stage and stood there watching him because he was so impressed. You went to football on Saturday. This was a huge, big deal.
I did. I haven't kicked a football for probably over 25, maybe even 30 years. Let alone be in goal. That's probably 35 years.
You came home on Friday and you bought yourself goalie gloves.
I did. Well, I decided I'm going to go for it. I was humming and hawing all day, and then I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I bought some goalkeeper gloves because I didn't really want to sting my fingers, you know. And I've got proper like playground grazes on my knees.
Seriously, you have?
It's like carpet burns.
Yeah, but not from sexy time.
No, from AstroTurf, throwing myself around, saving the ball.
You did really well, apparently. I saw Mark today and he said you did well.
Oh, well, I enjoyed it. And yeah, I mean, gosh, I haven't dived for a ball in a long, long time. And it took a while to get sort of my rhythm and used to it. But it was an hour and a half of non-stop football. And it was 6 minutes each way, but rolling. So it's 6 minutes. Then we meant to change ends, but we didn't. Then go straight on to another 6 minutes. And then after that, so you've done 12 minutes, you have like a couple of minutes rest. And then a few of the players subbed each other and played. But because I was in goal all the time. And you think when you're in goal, that, it's the easy bit. You don't
standing around.
But this is like almost so the training is almost like five-a-side football.
Why aren't you saying the word walking?
Because they really didn't walk. Okay. When they're training, they've decided that they're not going to walk. Oh. They're not running, but they're not walking.
Okay.
So it's very quick. So it's like five-a-side. So five-a-side football is like a smaller pitch. It's half pitch.
Yeah.
But the goals are pretty much just normal size. And so, of course, you don't really get time to rest. Because in a normal football match, if it's all up the other end, you can sort of hang around a bit. And no, not with this, because the ball's coming straight back at you very quickly. And you're moving all the time in goal. Literally, because you've got to position yourself when they're coming, so you don't stop. So I was shattered.
Oh, I'm so impressed.
But I kept a clean sheet for the first game, for the first 6 minutes.
Yeah,
I kept a clean sheet.
That's really good. Well done. And they were all happy with your debut?
I think so. And everyone has a nickname, but they've already got a PJ.
I can't believe they've already got a PJ. Yeah, that's rude.
Yeah. And I said, well, you can call me Peach. So no, we always call him that as well sometimes. So I was like, okay. And they said, you're a Crystal Palace supporter, aren't you? I said, yeah. I said, well, we've got a Tottenham supporter here. Or in fact, we've got a few Tottenham supporters. We're going to call you Eze. Because they were going to
side. They thought he was going to go to Spurs.
He was going to go to Spurs, and then he got gazumped by Arsenal.
Yeah.
So that's my nickname apparently.
So you're Eze. Brilliant. We had a lovely day on Saturday. We were invited to our friends Aoife and Maeve's apartment for the day. Had a nice swim in their pool and then had a gorgeous lunch. Really, really delicious with some chicken and salads and potato salad and really, really yummy. And quite a bit of wine.
Yes, we did have a little bit of wine. I joined you a bit later because I had my football in the morning.
I think we'd already done 2 bottles before you arrived.
It seemed like that way, yes.
Oh dear. Sometimes it just goes down really easily, doesn't it? It was one of those days.
Yeah, so I think mainly on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday.
Oh, stop it.
Sundays it can be a little bit more difficult.
No, literally, we haven't had a drink like that in a long time.
No. So after we'd been there, and we were there for a long time, we then sort of swapped around and they came to us to do karaoke.
We got some pizzas on the way and they came to us for karaoke.
So we actually, the lunch lasted between 12 and 13 hours.
Yes, that's what I call a lunch.
That's an Irish lunch.
An Irish lunch. And they had these Trivial Pursuit coasters, which were cool, weren't they? That was really fun, so we were going through those. And then you'd think a restful day on the Sunday would have been a good idea, but no, we already had a beach day planned with our friends Bev and Jamie. And it started off with a brekkie stop at Tricky Ricky's, which I haven't been to in years.
Well, I work very close to it, and I have not, and I have resisted going to ever get anything from Tricky Ricky's.
It's so
we
good.
sat down, and I nearly got a little bit too excited and said,
Yes.
"Oh, full English," and everyone looked at me and said,
We're going for
Or
lunch.
a bacon sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. So you all had a bacon sandwich, I had a sausage sandwich, and they were really good.
Yes, it was well worth the stop.
Yeah. And we didn't know where we were going. Whenever we're with Bev and Jamie, they often take us on a bit of a magical mystery tour. And yesterday was no exception. We drove towards kind of Gibraltar way and turned off just before Sota Grande at that beautiful bay, sweeping bay that you see when you're driving past. And we always go, oh, that looks nice down there.
Yeah, it's always stunning because you see like boats and yachts moored out there as well. So
There's
it's
lots of rocks. And...
Yeah, it's got. So if you're going towards Gibraltar, it's just before you go up that big hill, and then as you get to the sort of peak of the hill, you've got Gibraltar massive in front of you. So it's just before that on the roundabout, as if you're going to go to the port.
Yes.
But you turn immediately left and then down to the bay there.
And the place that we went to, because we went to somewhere with beds and a restaurant obviously for lunch, was called Il Sono, ILSONO, Il Sono. The beds were €12. They'd pre-ordered a mixed paella for 2 people, which was gorgeous. It was really nice. You know how paellas sometimes can be a bit sort of stodgy and dry? This was really moist and gorgeous, wasn't it?
It was lovely.
Really
Very good
nice.
food. Really enjoyed it.
We also had sea bass and some sardines. And as we were leaving, we realised it was Playa de Sardines.
Yeah, but the sardines were a bit of a joke, really.
They were tiny,
Well, it's
weren't
like
they?
having boccherones. Wasn't
they were really
wasn't really
small.
sardines.
No.
The Portuguese would look at us and laugh.
I know.
Call that a sardine?
They were tasty, but very small. And it rained.
It did, but we didn't move. We sat on our beds in the rain.
Yeah, absolutely. We brought all the water toys with us, just like they do in Below Deck.
Yeah, we got the toys out.
We got the toys out. So we had our paddle board and we also had our dinghy. We now have a dinghy.
Yes, we do have a full-size dinghy. And for next year, because I think we've missed the season this year with it, we're going to get an electric motor for it. So we can actually whiz around it. Well, maybe it won't whiz. We can move around it.
Yeah. Do you need a licence for that?
No, it's
Okay,
a dinghy.
Okay, perfect. So that'll be great fun. We did actually, I did the first bit and then you did the second bit, broke one of the oars.
Well, I think you broke it.
Well, it cracked.
Yes.
And then you snapped it completely.
Well, yeah, because you'd broken it.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so we only have one oar.
So we need to buy a new oar. Yes. Yeah. It was quite funny as well. So I had the paddleboard set up between our 2 beds. So you couldn't see you because you were behind the other side. And there was this quite attractive, I suppose.
No, that's fine, you can say.
Yeah, a Ukrainian girl.
Young, slim, and Ukrainian
And
girl.
I saw her walking, so I just smiled because I saw her walking. Not in that way.
I hear you.
And I did get a bit nervous because she kept walking towards me, smiling, and then she arrived at my end of my bed. So, and then she said, "Hello, how much for the board?" I said, well, it cost us about €250. She said, no, to rent. And because we had the dinghy and that, she thought we were renting like water toys. And then she introduced us. She saw you over the top. Oh, and she said, I thought you were on your own. I thought, I bet you did.
Yeah.
And then she said, can I borrow your paddleboard? So I said, of course you can. And I looked at you and your face. It's like thunder. Like, of course you can. Oh.
Well, I suppose it was quite a bold thing, wasn't it? It ended up being really lovely and sweet and absolutely fine. But yeah, I mean, people don't normally ask that kind of thing.
But she wanted to give us money as well.
I know. Well, she did give us 15 euros, which you gave back to
her.
her. Yeah, and she went out with her friends. I just thought, you hear all these horror stories. I just thought, what if she had like a massive boyfriend and he was going to like grab it and like take it and run off with it? That's what I was envisaging, thinking it could all go horribly wrong. We're just being kind.
But she came back. She was very grateful. She said she's never been on one before and she's going to take it up as a hobby.
Yeah, so she stood up even.
Yes.
And we also stood up, some longer than others.
Yeah, well, I was laughing when I was watching you because when you fall off it, you don't just fall off it. It's like you do a run.
You did as well.
Yeah, I did exactly.
You did as well. You went backwards. But there was one time when you were just sitting and Jamie was holding behind you. The next minute your feet were in the air and you just fell backwards and the two of you came off, and I was there with the camera, but I was laughing so hard I didn't get a picture of
Well,
it.
it didn't start well, did it? Because
No.
I was on it, and then the next thing I was upside down underneath it because Jamie tried to jump on.
Oh, don't blame Jamie.
It was his fault, the first one.
It was very, very funny. But you and Jamie particularly did really, really well.
Yeah, well, I sort of worked out, I'm not going to try and paddle at the moment. I think I need to learn how to stand on it.
You were in the kind of crouch position for ages.
Yeah. And
not
then when I could stand up, I used the oar
I know.
as a stabiliser, basically. But it's getting used to standing on the
Oh,
water.
I know.
So, you still have to balance,
Yeah.
but it gives you that extra bit of balance.
Yeah, no, well done. It's so much harder than it looks.
Oh, yes.
It really is.
They say use your core.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
No. Maybe our core. We need to exercise more. Our cores aren't that strong.
I need a hardcore
Okay.
magazine.
We did manage to watch this weekend the whole of Hostage, which is a new 5-part series with Surian Jones.
Binge watch.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant.
Loved it.
Yeah, really recommend that. She plays a British Prime Minister, and we don't need to say much more than that,
No.
basically. We didn't know anything about it, so can really recommend
Does involve a hostage situation.
Well, you'd assume that with the title of the thing. I went to Pilates this morning. It was really hard. I've actually been really tired today, which people will probably be not surprised about considering our busy weekend.
Yeah, I've been tired as well. I have struggled a bit at work today. I've been yawning a lot and struggling through work.
And yet we're recording the podcast at gone 10 o'clock at night.
Look at us go.
No
I've
rest
even
for the
been for a
wicked.
production meeting for the theatre.
Yeah, crazy. I've nearly finished the quiz.
Well done.
Couple of Sarah English articles to mention. Unsurprisingly, it said that 6 of the 10 most expensive property addresses in Spain are on the Costa del Sol. Can you guess what the most expensive area is
On the Costa del Sol,
for real estate? Well, in Spain.
La Zagaleta.
Yeah, it was Zagaleta in Benavís.
Benavís is actually one of the most expensive postcodes in the area. I know that much. But then you've got Cascada de Camajon, so that off the Golden Mile, some of those places are
Yeah.
extremely expensive as well.
Yeah. So yeah, was quite impressed by that. Well, I say impressed, that's probably the wrong word to use.
Not surprised.
Not surprised, I guess. There was also an article which made me chuckle because obviously we've just got back from there. 7 things not to miss this summer on your visit to Frigliana.
Oh, I left you reading that when I went out this afternoon.
Yeah, so we'd pretty much done it all apart from the sugarcane factory. And Giles was actually saying before we went that the sugarcane is made up there. So there's a sugarcane factory and we didn't visit that.
Didn't they sing that song? Hip, hop, hip, here it is, hip,
That
hip,
was
hop.
the
Sugarcane Gang.
Was it sugarcane?
Or was it the Cane
Sugar Hill.
Sugar Hill. Or was it?
Sugar Hill Gang. I was like, Sugar Cane, that's such a stupid name, Sugar Hill Gang.
Same thing.
There was also an article with Maria Bravo, having just had the roundabout named after her, and she said something, it was a quote that she said that really resonated with me, that we think about every time we go on holiday. She said, "We don't fully appreciate the paradise that we have until we leave."
Oh, that's very true,
Isn't it? Every time we've gone on holiday, even when we went on our epic honeymoon, we come back home, we fly into Malaga and we drive down that road to Marbella and just go, wow, this is our home.
Yeah, amazing.
This is where we live.
Just talking of Maria Bravo, I saw, is it on TikTok or Twitter, that her and Ava Longoria and someone else were at Playa Padre.
They've all been in Mallorca.
Oh, was it Mallorca?
Yeah.
Is there a Playa Padre in Mallorca?
I
then?
don't know, but they've all been in holiday.
Yeah, and they were doing some of those
the
things.
Macarena, the
Yeah.
TikTok dance, really
Yeah.
funny. Yes, very cute. And there was also a piece talking about Trump's tariffs hit exports in Spain, and it said that olive oil and car sales have plummeted by around 20%. At last, we've noticed olive oil prices
Yes, we
going
have,
down.
but I don't understand why, because it's made here.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't
how
get
he's
that
managed
bit.
to get tariffs on everything.
No, I mean, it's only tariffs when you take it into USA. They charge you a
Well,
tariff.
he said exports, so maybe it is
Exports.
going there.
Okay, so
It's
that's
cheaper
plummeted
going
in the
there.
USA then, probably
Yeah.
not here.
Oh, great. So they're getting cheaper olive oil.
No,
but we're
no,
not,
they'll be
whereas-
getting much more expensive olive oil.
No, plummeted. That's cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know, don't understand.
Okay. Glad we can report you all the news on this podcast.
One thing I did read today, though, that's very important. So the whole Gibraltar and Spain treaty has moved another step forward.
Oh, really?
So they're sort of now talking about when they're going to implement it. They wanted to initially do it in autumn, so they have the borderless entry and exit into Gibraltar. Looks like it's going to be the beginning of January, but that's not that long away.
No, it's really not. Okay. Exciting.
Breaking news brought to you
news.
by Marbella with him and her.
It is goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from her.